Joining me now is Conservative strategist and former Deputy National Campaign Manager for the Conservative Party under Erin O'Toole, Laura Kurikmaki. Laura, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We're in the last 2 days, 3 days, if you include Election Day, of the campaign. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to unfold? Can anything have an impact right now?
I think party leaders are just going to be focusing on getting their supporters out to vote, encouraging their supporters, their volunteers, all of those sorts of things. So you see a lot of rallies, lots of whistle stops and events, just ensuring that the enthusiasm for all the parties are high with their volunteers and their supporters. So I think we're seeing that a lot based on the schedules of the leaders this weekend, and we'll see if that has an impact.
Is there one party that's better at that than the other at getting the vote out?
I think all of the parties are usually, it depends, I guess you could say. It depends on what's going on in each election campaign. We've seen a lot of enthusiasm so far in this election, given the advanced poll turnout. Conservatives have been really, really strong in the past. Their voters are very motivated, just given the last 10 years of the Liberal government. In the Ontario election, we saw NDP supporters come out and overperform some of the projections. So I think it just depends on the strategies that the parties are employing this weekend. But so far, we've seen a lot of enthusiasm for voters in this election.
And with this news poll from Nanos, the gap is closing again between the Liberals and Conservatives. Is there any one thing that might be driving that?
No, I think we're getting closer to Election Day. People are starting to pay closer attention. So it makes sense that we might see the polls even out. You also saw that sort of at the start of the campaign as well. So I think we will see. If I don't expect any of the parties to announce anything new over the weekend, I think their platforms are out. The policies are baked at this point, and people are largely starting to make up their minds and have made up their minds. So it's just about ensuring that voters take the time, get out to vote, set some time aside in their schedules on Monday, and all of the parties are going to be going door to door. So be kind to your door knockers this weekend.
And have you ever seen an election like this where we saw such a swing from the start or before the start of the election campaign, where one party was leading to the flip to the other party taking over? And could the Conservatives have done anything different to kind of hold on to the lead they had?
Well, I think we are dealing with a lot of sort of unforeseen and unexpected global events, of course, with the new U.S. President Trump winning another mandate, and that kind of causing a lot of global issues to come to the forefront. I think as we've kind of looked at in the past, and Nick Nanos has been on your show as well talking about this, it's very abnormal for an opposition party to be leading by double digits for 2+ years. So I think it was always going to be the case that polls were going to tighten, and we're seeing them tighten again. So I think it's going to be a big race to the finish here, and as we see results coming in on Monday. But I think all the parties are spending a lot of time over the weekend just doing everything they can to reach out to Canadians and get them to the polls.
Okay, Laura, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Laura Kurikmaki is a Conservative strategist and former Deputy National Campaign Manager for the Conservative Party under Erin O'Toole.